All right, here we have a comparison video. I have the transformer buck. That's the Morrell, the high roller foam. This is a 3D target that I just received. I've put about 100 arrows through it. This is an old Glendel buck that I have put through the absolute ringer. This has stayed outside of my house for the past 3 years. It's falling apart, but I'm just gonna do a little comparison contrast, do a price comparison, do a quality comparison, and this review will be based on my experience with the Glendel buck and my experience so far with the transformer buck from Morrell. All right, here is the Glendel buck that I have used for years. So you got a pretty good little section here where you've got heart, lungs, liver, and that block is replaceable. It's got a lot of points of failure. As you can see, it's starting to fall apart. The ears have fallen off. It all kind of detaches. You can take all that out. And I've got a stick. I've got 2 sticks, basically barely holding this thing together. So here is the remains of my Glendel buck target. I've enjoyed the target. It has held up to some major abuse, but it was time for an upgrade. So here we have the transformer buck, and this has the vitals as well. You can see I've put a few arrows through, not through it, but into it. It stops the arrows very well. I've got an Amazon stand that I purchased for like 25, 30 bucks off Amazon on each of these. But here's the transformer buck. Transformer, all of this is foam. So this is like, if you shoot into this, it's gonna catch your arrow, whereas over here, if you shoot into the leg of this guy, it's like hollow plastic, and the body attaches to the legs here. There's different size to the core on the Glendel, so you can flip it around and do all that jazz with the Glendel buck. The transformer buck here has another side, so that's the target archery side if you're into scoring and that kind of stuff. The head is removable, adjustable, so you can angle it however you want. And the core is also removable and is a standalone target. So I'm going to show you guys that. Here I'm going to remove and disassemble this and show you guys the standalone core target here. So this you can just slide it on. Whoop, there you go. So that slides onto here. It's got a nice little rail system. So, and you can take this if you just want to throw this in the back of your truck and run out to the hunting property and, you know, shoot a few arrows into it. It's really convenient just to be able to take this with you instead of the entire 3D target. So we'll see how, if this point of contact, how it holds up every time, but it seems like it holds it pretty snug in there. So it latches together there. Put your head back on and angle it. I do like that the legs are attached. They're not going to fail, or that's not going to be a point of failure more than likely. I mean, all this is one solid structure with the detachable core with your vitals side and then your target side over here. So that's the transformer. Got the little predator. He's got some squirrels. He has been doing work on the squirrel population. This guy is he is a better killer than I am. That's for sure. He brought a squirrel in and dropped it in the house half eaten. He is a complete savage. You can hear the squirrels. They're barking at him. They do not like shrimpy. Just a few on-paper statistics for the Glendel buck. They claim it's the largest 3D deer target you can buy. Perfect large size target, 10 times the insert surface shooting area. Shoulder height of 37 inches, total height 62 inches tall. Rack size, they say, is a 150. I haven't got the tape out to measure and see if that's 150 Boone and Crockett score. The core is replaceable, but as you can see, the thing's falling apart, so even if you can get a core replacement, this is starting to fail. The legs are barely hanging on. This target stand is really the only reason I'm able to even set this thing up. It's kind of holding everything together pretty well. Here it's got the replaceable insert, which is 14 by 14 by 14, so it's like a cube you can put in there. Now the Morrell is, without measuring, I mean, just eyeballing here, it's not that much smaller. So it has shorter legs, I think, is where it really, what it boils down to. And then the rack is kind of like bendable, whereas this is like removable hard plastic. You can move the head of the Glendel around as well. Have also the Morrell stats. It has the high roller foam formula in the core. So the high roller foam stops up to 500 feet per second. I don't know about the Glendel. They didn't advertise what feet per second it can stop. So I'm not sure if you can go slinging crossbows at the Glendel, but this will stop any arrow. So it's good for field points and broadheads, weather resistance, and the lower half, like we've already gone over, rear section of the target's one piece, while the main body is removable and you can carry it with the handle. So that's a side-by-side comparison of the stats of these two targets. If you're curious about the target stand, it's the HME, which is Hunter Made Easy. It's a 3D target stand. It's adjustable. You can find that on Amazon. I've got the Hoyt Helix here. I'm about to put some arrows into both of these targets here behind me, and we'll just do a quick little comparison. So here's the results. Got a little group there. It has started to push. Just the dead weight of these arrows coming through. Kinetic energy starting to push that core out, but it's falling apart to begin with. So starting to get some pass-throughs. Starting to fall apart on me. Old Glendel. I'm going to do a little arrow removal here. Easy peasy. Well guys, there you have it. So we got the Transformer buck and the Glendel buck, and I I have nothing bad to say about the Glendel buck. It's been a solid target over the years. Put a lot of arrows into it. It's starting to fail at different points. I think it has more points of failure than the Transformer buck. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how this one stands up to time. Being out in the yard, lots of arrows going to go into the Transformer buck, but overall general opinion on feel and build and quality, I'll go ahead and give that to the Transformer buck. The high roller foam it stops anything I throw at it, and it just has that dense memory foam feel to it, like it's going to last forever. The Glendel has multiple points of failure. It's starting to break here and fall apart, whereas the Transformer is just the 2 or the 3-piece construction. Everything feels good quality, good heavy dense, big high roller foam, or the high roller foam, excuse me. So I'm a big fan of the high roller foam. Arrow removal is a cinch. The Glendel arrow removal is a cinch as well. It is not difficult. Overall, both are great targets. So I'm going to go over the pricings. The Transformer buck is $299.99 on Morrell's website, and they are currently running a 10% off sale. The Glendel buck is around $210 on most retailers. I saw it for cheaper on Amazon, so give or take $90. So I think you're getting $90 worth more out of the Transformer buck for sure when it comes to construction, grade of materials, what it's going to stand up to FPS wise. I think you're getting a higher quality target out of the Morrell, and I do think it is worth the extra money. If you're just looking to get into 3D archery and you deer hunt and you just want something you can toss in the backyard and it looks realistic, it looks large, looks like a Midwestern deer, and you're willing to, you know, save a few bucks and just get a target out there, the Glendel is a good option. So I got nothing bad to say against the Glendel. It's been a good target, but this is what I'm going to be going with this deer season. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I just wanted to do a quick comparison, nothing too scientific there. I wanted to give the stats of each of these targets and which one I'm going to be shooting this year, and as well as the pros and cons to, you know, either choice, whether it comes to price, quality of build, all that kind of stuff. I genuinely think that the Transformer buck is a higher quality target. But for price reasons or size reasons, you may want to choose the Glendel buck. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you've shot either of these targets, let me know how you think they're holding up and which one you would want to go with for this fall. It would mean a lot if you hit the like and the subscribe to help me and help the channel and help things grow. So I hope you enjoy this review. Leave a comment if I missed something, or if you have any input on either of these targets in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next video.